understand the signs that come from my skin. I was sitting on the seat from which I observed the born. I heard a sound never heard before. An evil sound. Birds screeching. A frenzied cry. Barbaric. I knew they were tearing at each other with bloodied claws. Murderous. Are you the significance of this worrying of wings? But the birds no longer utter auspicious cries. They are gorged with the fat of the slain man. And so, consider this. Failure is common to all men. However, a man can stop being a fool and unhappy if, once he has fallen into evil, he moves fast, cures himself.
Shut up!
Silence! Nobody gets up! Nobody moves!
Stay in your seats! Phones! Any fucking disco tunes and I will not answer for my men! You make sure those fuckers don't go off!
Put the bullets down! Don't read that shit!
You check them now! Listen to the junior lieutenant. You don't like mobile phones? They got bad energy and they mess with your brain. I'm only telling you for your own good.
Anyone who wants the toilet? I don't care! You missed your chance!
We've got to look for bomblets. I'm insulted, if truth be known. Get looking. Our orders are to search for unexploded submunitions. No equipment. For our mine detectors, we have the junior lieutenant here. They're called bomblets, and they're like little cans of fizz, and children pick them up because their thirst is so bad, and boom! You turn into a rain of meat, and then you get stuck in women's hair, and they be screaming, "Give me some shampoo." What are you doing?
I'm sitting down here on my arse.
Why?
I'm not finished with these people yet.
What do you want with these people?
I'm going to welcome them to Thebes.
Oh, don't tell them all your shit.
Why not?
They'd leave.
Are you the expert?
I'd leave.
I'm going to tell them Theban politics.
No one understands that. Boom! Easy, son, be easy. You stay right by my side.
The only politics in Thebes is this. This has been the government for years. I don't know how it started. I don't care. Some brother fighting another brother for the power. My politics began the day the soldiers came. If I could describe to you the way they held me down and tore, you'd be sick. I know you would. Or we'd be here all day where you're counselling and cried. This is our introduction to the state. Because everyone's got a towel like this.
Boom! Bagheera! Dead bloke. Look at his uniform. New boots. The golden braid. Felt someone touch my back.
Well, they ain't his. He's maggot food.
This is Polynices.
How do you know?
Look at his necklace.
Oh, fuck.
General Polynices.
Is that who we fight for?
No. His men are the ones that brought you out of school. They're the ones that grabbed you and took you. When I picked you up, I was with the Creon's men, remember? We fought for him till the stupid fucker got himself dismembered. Then for Adrastus till he set himself on fire. Then we were fighting everyone. Finally, we were with the Ticklies because he's the one that still had food.
Who do we fight for now?
That is the question, Scud.
I fought for you.
I know.
The Ghost of Grey.
Come on.
Welcome! Welcome to Thebes.
Oh, you've not survived this far. You're breathing, but you're not alive.
Don't speak to me, Teresia!
That's something you do. In darkness, they have eyes never close. They guard where you belong. You and your sister. Last remnants of a cursed house. Follow your destiny, Antigone.
Thebes!
We have our people working on a new hotel and embassy, sir, but at the moment there are two options. There's the compound where our military are, or an invitation from the President-elect Eurydice to stay here at the Presidential Palace. We've checked it over, it's basic but okay. A lot of art and artifacts, no electricity. There's no national grid right now.
I'm staying here.
The building is of historic interest and much cooler than the compound. It also gets the breeze. Built by Cadmus and Harmonia, who founded Thebes.
Did you have internet?
At the compound we have internet.
Did you have a phone?
Mobiles, yes, amazingly. They seem to go on working even when the power.
I want to call my wife.
Oh, I'm sure we're selling.
Right now,
flowers
fill a
up.
tenant, I'm here.
Please, borrow mine,
Sure.
sir. It's been such a privilege to know that I've assisted with your communication. Everyone talks on a mobile phone. It's astonishing. You go out to the villages and even in the little one-goat towns without a single flushing loo, everyone's talking on a mobile phone.
Excuse me. Where's the band?
Yes, actually, there is no band.
Hello, Fedrock. What could you get her, please?
Theseus was told there'd be a band. He's expecting one.
Well, very sorry, but I did.
If there wasn't one, I should have been informed.
The Thebans told me this. The band are dead. Well, I checked the bass guitar. He's alive, but only got one hand.
He likes the music.
And then I tried to organise
Sorry,
a
what?
very authentic local sound. But people who don't like helicopters, they've
Okay.
gone.
Well, can you explain that to him, please? Because this is insulting. Can't even see a fucking flag.
Well, could you get her to call me back in this number, please? Thank you.
The city's still unstable, so we didn't think it wise to make a lot of fuss.
Quite right. Better keep this. She's going to call me back.
That's absolutely not an honour. Well, I did intend for there to be some music.
No commotion.
Welcome.
Good.
Oh, I'm glad you think so.
Yes, I've come here in humility. I've given the people here the gift of democratic government.
The voting, frankly, it was moving.
Well, they need to see what a democratic leader can be.
Sir, they have some rooms prepared. Perhaps you'd like to freshen up before you meet the president-elect.
Just look at this old palace.
Soon to be renamed the Congress.
Dionysus, the great god of Thebes, was born here.
Yes, sir.
Bacchus, pulled from the thigh of Zeus, possibly where we stand right now.
Forgive me, sir, that's not correct. He wasn't pulled from the thigh here. He was sewn into it. Zeus gestated the
Dionysus was born in Thebes, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Oh, yes, sir.
Good music.
Yes, but we've also been installing the water, but...
Good. I prefer my water cold. So this is Thebes. You can almost smell the history.
First, I will express my disbelief.
In what?
Disbelief they voted for us. I can't believe it.
Well, they did.
Only voted because there had to be an opposition. We could not let the violence go on. We could not have another Polynices. So I found myself. It's literally like that. I found myself with others, acting to oppose, speaking, words issuing from out my mouth in torrents. Solace from pain. I never dreamt that politics would be my path. I'd always hated it. Standing there at Creon's side, watching the ebb and flow of power from man to man. Politics is what I've always fought against. Now I've won. I'm starting to feel sick. Oh, I've promised them pipe dreams, Ismene.
Promised peace.
Creon had principles until he was in power. I saw what power did to him. I watched the man diminish as it took its hold. I watched all his hopes and values all corrode.
People know you're different.
Am I though? Am I? Ismene,
Yes,
I'm meeting Theseus.
I know. It's so exciting.
Oh, I look awful in this dress.
Haven't finished yet. Need accessories. A scarf, you see? Connotations of humility, but powerful mystique. It softens all your lines, and then the architecture works.
Oh, yes.
You need an elegant but manly wash to show that time is your new god.
I love you.
What about a bag?
No bag.
The Athenians all have them. This one is designer.
I'm walking out into a world of men unadorned and empty-handed.
Bring us justice.
He is here.
I'm ready.
Made a terrible mistake.
You don't like it?
You've not invited Sparta.
Oh.
I assumed you'd have the sense to see that they must be here.
If I invite Sparta, Theseus might leave. I'll not antagonize him.
We need Sparta to walk all over you. We need a bidding war with Thebes as prize.
Athens stands for everything we fought for. Freedom and
For
democracy.
their own citizens.
Sparta is secretive, oppressive, and aggressive. They want an empire here by stealth.
So does Theseus. We are staring at the Titans, monsters, both poised to scavenge us. Be practical. We are to play them one against the other.
That is a dangerous game for novices.
The only way we stand to win. We need money, not ideals. Stability will only come with economic growth.
I will not get into bed with a regime that uses fear and violence to control.
They're a luxury when we have food enough and
Our
sanitation.
principles won us this election. And in the ruins of this bleeding state, they are the only shreds of dignity we have. I put my trust in Theseus, on principles.
Then go and kiss his hairy hand.
I'm sorry we disagree.
Nice dress. Be careful, please. I know he wears a splendid suit sewn with a democratic thread. He's still a warlord with a warlord's
All
heart.
men are not so.
He fights his wars behind a desk. But don't imagine that the beast is tame.
Eurydice, they found a body by the walls. It is the corpse of Polynices.
How do you know?
His necklace.
I must see him.
Come, child.
Don't keep Theseus waiting.
Nothing takes precedence.
So is this the way it goes? Already she's put her own needs first.
Polynices killed her son.
I know.
My cousin, Menoetius, he was
I
only just
know.
13. Polynices pulled the brains from out
Yes,
his skull while he
Ismene,
still
yes.
lived.
But it is past. Her job is to support our future.
Why don't you go speak with him?
So I'm incapable of hiding what I think. I think Theseus is a bag of wind.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked is this place?
I'd say it's been up to 11. Thebes is conflict devastated.
Currently around?
8 or 9, still very volatile.
Okay.
The election has improved things, but there's no infrastructure whatsoever. Thousands of displaced, traumatized people, destructions of homes, agriculture, industry. The violence was bestial. There were 7 different armed militia all advancing on the city.
I heard they ate each other.
Yes, combatants used to eat the brains of those they killed in order to inherit strength and skill. Apparently a custom from pre-Calamus times. There's been indescribable brutality. I put accounts of it in my briefing, sir. Polynices said that the violence would reshape the human soul.
You wrote that briefing.
Yes, sir.
And your name is?
Talthebia.
Tybefa. Very good work.
Thank you.
Almost put me off my in-flight meal.
Sir, can I just say, on behalf of everyone here working on the ground, how very glad we are to see you. Your visit's been a terrific boost to our morale.
Well, they have democracy now, so they can rise out of this disgusting quagmire.
That is our hope.
How long do you bring the peacekeepers out?
10 days' time.
10 days.
But sir,
Where is the president-elect? She should be here by now.
it's probably some urgent matter.
What should we do with him?
It's my belief that Thebes will need our presence here long term. There's a tremendous will for change, but it won't happen overnight. In Eurydice, the people have chosen a leader.
Who is not here?
Do nothing. Let me think.
This is clearly someone, sir, with no experience.
She has experienced a decade of extreme and bloody war. And when Creon died, the generals put her under house arrest, and even from her prison here, she fought. But she's given her strength to this amazing movement of women all risking their lives for peace.
Ah, the women. Right.
They would congregate in numbers and place themselves in the line of fire. But during the peace talks, they barricaded the men inside the building, shamed them into peace. Well, I find it deeply moving, inspirational.
Yes, quite right, quite right.
She's given the people hope.
Polynices.
The leaders of the grassroots movement, they are now the government.
The Minister of Finance used to be a teacher in a rural school.
Yes, she's incorruptible. She's sweeping out the ghosts, the toads, the layabouts. She'll spend our money on the people, not on palaces and cars.
There is no such thing as incorruptible.
Eurydice has said that everything must change. The men have shown what they can do for Thebes, and now the women will.
Whoa.
But do we like her?
Yes.
I mean, do we even trust her? Because she's not here, and why is that?
Welcome, blind traveller.
What's this person doing here?
Oh, welcome to the country to blind.
I thought we had the area secured.
He's a beggar, that's his place. We've checked him, he isn't a threat. Don't look so scared. You don't have to give him anything.
I'm sorry, I have no Theban currency.
The begging's kind of overwhelming, but I've developed strategies. I only give to grandmothers if they're the poorest and most selfless. Sometimes I give to exceptionally hideous
That is a
amputees.
grandmother.
No, sir, excuse me, that is a man.
That is a woman.
Give me your hand, King Theseus.
Actually, my title is first citizen. We know of kings in Athens. We are a democratic state.
The future holds my clear, unblinking gaze. 'Tis only in the present that I'm blind. Why don't you let me tell you what I see?
It's a female, unquestionably.
I'm both.
Male.
I saw two serpents mating on a path,
We have no interest, sorry.
intertwined and coiled, jaws wrapped round each other, poison dripping in mistrust, even as they slithered propagation.
Oh my. Okay.
The sight disgusted me. It seemed too human, so I tore the slippery beasts apart and crushed one with the sole of my shoe. It was the she. As punishments, the snakes made me a woman.
The snakes changed you into a woman.
Enough punishment, says I, to be a female. Lying back, my legs spread wide. I know 10 times the pleasure I suffered as a man. You see, we suffer pleasure as we suffer pain. And you know this to be true. So does your wife.
My wife.
She's young, you married her last year.
Good guess.
She harbors love for another man. She doesn't want to, but it's there. And love, it will consume her, grows in her day by day like cancer.
Fuck.
Oh, he's just a bullshit beggar, sir. Move along now, please, and you get him out of here.
I want internet and I want hot water, and I don't care if you have to drag the generator up the hill to get it. I want a private line with Federal on the end of it. And where the fuck is the president-elect? I've flown all the way from Athens for her inauguration. She doesn't even have the decency to meet me.
Theseus! Hello. Welcome to Thebes.
Eurydice.
We're thrilled to see you. Thank you so much for coming. It means a great deal to Thebes and to me.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you. My late husband, Creon, was a great admirer of all things Athenian. So am I, especially democracy.
That's good to hear. You look smaller than your photograph.
So do you. Let me walk you around our palace gardens.
Please.
Miraculously, they survived the war. It was so cool at this time of day. Do you have hummingbirds in Athens?
Only a certain breed. Right?
So,
matter of your new government. We're here collecting testimonies.
So I've heard.
Would you like to contribute? It's so important that we speak, that we are heard.
You are evangelists, I think.
Evangelists for truth and reconciliation.
This is my training.
What happened to your eyes?
Nothing. I was hit with a flying masonry at high velocity. I was a student doctor, now I'm this. Haman.
But forgive me if I ask, what good will speaking do?
I've been taking testimony since the massacre. Before the war, I was a social worker, and now I've been elected Minister of Justice. I care about that word. I want to see it done.
Forgive me if I say I've heard it all
If this
before.
country is to heal, we need to set a dialogue between the victims of its violence and its perpetrators.
We hear you've suffered loss.
Truth and reconciliation. Pretty words.
We have to give them meaning, make them actions.
I've been working for the Athenians, dismantling these weapons. Feels good. Turn on the machine. Before the war, I had a garage. Me and my son were hiding in the store. You know, in other countries, children are a precious thing. In Thebes, they have no value. Sorry, I can't commit the words.
Every child's death should bring this city to a halt. I lost my daughter in this war.
I spent my life in service to Allah. Not in service, no, in contemplation of the mystery that there was an order to the universe. I'd look up at the sky at night and I'd see a pattern, mathematical in its complexity. Now there's nothing. Nothing but an image like a bloodstain of the soldiers roaring through our streets. A man kicked down our door.
Do you remember where, when, which faction?
I know exactly who he was.
All right! That's enough. Right, don't look at them. Look at me. Because I'm far more enlightening than anything that they've got to say. This is sad old shit. Truth and reconciliation. That is to sell a neighbour by a different name. That is to make up lies about people that you don't like and have them tried for war crimes. I bet I'm being blamed for every murder here in Thebes. And none of it's true. No, none of it. I am Prince Titus. Not a royal one, though. My mother raised me to run her pig farm, actually. It's just that Prince is quite a common name here in Thebes. A lot of mothers like to have a little prince. But I was never going to spend my life with swine. The gods had better plans for me. Now here are 3 true facts. 1, I am a first-class athlete. I wipe the floor with all the best Athenians. I'm with Sparta. I won first prize at the Nemean Games. You can see my winning javelin throw on my own website. One of the first here in Thebes. Designed by this woman. Who I adore. Who understands domains. Kids have posters of me on their wall draped in the flag of Thebes. Prince Titus Gold. 2, I have had direct communication with gods.
It's true. The prince first saw Dionysus when he was just a young boy.
I didn't see. It's more like I became.
Do you hear that? He becomes like that movie where the man puts on the mask.
Not quite like that. I felt him in me when I won that gold. I felt him moving in me when I led my men through Thebes. I feel his holy light in my heart, in my chest. I hear his holy laugh come out my mouth. Well, let me tell you this. Dionysus is a very complex god. He doesn't choose just anyone. 3, I fought for justice and for peace.
That's right. He fought for Polynices.
Polynices, the one true leader of Thebes, and should be running it right now. Taught me everything I know.
He was more like a brother than a friend. This is his wife, Aegea.
Hi.
Telling them about your skill with websites and domains.
Oh, that's nice.
This woman is a true life heroine. Not only is she beautiful,
Now.
but she's clever and full of heart.
During the war years, when I worked as a loan advisor at the Bank of Thebes, I used my post to raise funds for the orphans.
Anything else you hear about our finances is quite unfucking true, do you understand?
My husband, Polynices, should be here ruling Thebes, but he has...
He is among the disappeared.
No! He is not among! He is unique. He has uniquely gone. He walked his men into the whirlwind of the fight, and then he...
He's not been seen.
Thebes has been my biggest support. My truest prince. He has sat with me with my hours of grief, the torment of not knowing.
Rumour has it that Polynices is residing in the forest, biding time.
Allah has transported him to safety.
I like to think that his jeep was swallowed up by the gods of death,
Gathering unworldly power.
ready to be spewed back into the face of Thebes and take back, by force, what is his.
We stood for him in this election. Prince Thebes!
The man with God inside!
Our policies were strong. Firm leadership, security for all those on our side.
But we lost. It's inconceivable that we're merely senators.
It only goes to show how pointless an election is.
Senator Thebes!
That is Prince Titus to you.
The Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Thebes requests you appear before it to address yourself to allegations of war crimes and gross human rights violations during the course of the Theban Civil War. Failure to attend will result in compulsory subpoena and criminal prosecution. Good morning to you, Senator Pargia. I hear they're investigating loan frauds at the Bank of Thebes. Have a lovely day.
Fuck democracy! I hate the whole idea of it. I've still got enough men to take the compound and the palace.
Hold back! Sweet prince, sometimes you are innocent, but there are better ways to fuck them up. First, we need the people on our side, and two, we need to get to Theseus.
You know, when I look at you, it's as though I feel like a god is rising up inside of me.
No. Not while my husband Polynices is still alive. I want to, but I can't. What is it, sister? You know, I don't like the way that you look at me. Like I'm not good enough to be your brother's wife. But I have proved my worth on my feet and on my back. So won't you please tell me what your problem is?
That's everything we do.
Oedipus's daughters, there are two. The mad one and the cute one. That one's mad.
What are you doing? What's the matter? They found Polynices. Dead. And I went to get him. I went to look at him. His eyes were no longer eyes. Opened right into the deep. He's dead and gone. Over. I'm going to give him the rights. Come with me.
But it's Eurydice's inauguration.
Why should I care for that?
Because she wants us with her by her side.
He is our brother.
You never lived with him. I did. You only rode with Oedipus for all those years you were spared.
Spared? Out there in the warzone with our dying father.
Polynices was a cunning, red-eyed despot, and this palace was a prison under him. He used to pick up women from the town and bring them back here to play with them, to rape. You asked her that she hated
I
him.
don't care what he did.
He let his generals high on heroin and gunpowder. He let dogs like Prince
I've
Tigers.
heard the story, Sensu.
Stories.
I've heard about his necklace made of fingers.
I hated him.
He's our brother.
I won't go back. The war is over.
You will fight all the dead. I've noticed in these days of peace how soon you have concerned yourself with what to wear, with grooming, painting of your toes.
We've survived. Survived our lives so far. Why not start living?
Have to bury him.
Senators, good morning.
What are you doing here? We are elected representatives of Thebes.
We have come to offer hospitality to Thebes.
There's something here you don't understand called politics.
We won the votes. We are the government. You lost. You are the opposition.
So, you're not invited.
Senators, your place is over there. Please welcome Eurydice, President of Thebes. And please also welcome Theseus, first citizen of Athens.
Thebans! War is over! We are free! How happy it makes me to say that. Let me say it again, loud and clear. People of Thebes, we are free! I stand before you, leader of our new democracy, and my first task is to thank you. Thank you for believing Thebes can rise again. And thank you for believing in this Theban woman. She believes in you. I want to talk to the women here. The women of this city turned the tide for peace. Women put themselves in danger, walked wearing white in front of guns, nagged and pleaded, begged and labored, advocated tirelessly, withheld sexual favors, and never gave up. Women gave us peace. This new administration will reflect their courage. Women will be given prominence at every level. We will learn to listen, compromise, and bend. We will learn the skills of peace. Here to share in our celebration, Theseus, first citizen of Athens.
Even there is excitement in the air. I can hear it, feel it. Like the rhythm of your famous music, I find it irresistible. As I look down upon your city streets and out across your fertile plains, I see you, rebuilding your roads, mending your homes, reconstructing life. I am honored to be witness to the birth of this democracy. If peace is maintained here, Athens and her partners could do business here. Imagine this, a vast economic development zone bringing investment, employment, and industry that would transform your land. The opportunity is there. The quality. The will. Thebans, your war is over. Now prove yourselves. Thank you.
In our hope for the peace, let us not forget the war. Thebes has been witness to atrocities that I can hardly heave into my mouth. Our girls raped, boys brutalized by guns. What meaning can we find in that? The only meaning is to find a lasting peace. We have all lost children, parents, brothers and sisters. I lost my husband, Creon. Menocius, my youngest. My eldest, Haman, blinded here. I want to remember those we have lost. Please join me in 2 minutes silence.
People, for you I died. A long time I lay in darkness, and then the plates of my skull came apart.
The dead speak!
My spirit breathed, laid inside, plowed the night sky searching for the hidden side that keeps the Elysium from human eyes. But far below, where lies the plains of Thebes, there came a roar of souls. Thebes! The dead are grieving. You have been robbed of your strength. Your power is lost in women's hands. Look to the prince. Look to the prince.
The dead are all around. You make a mockery of them. Oh, you deafen them. You have insulted the dead.
You shameless fate! These, your ancestors are
I
grieving!
know that violent men still lurk, trying to spin their dark ideas.
Her promises are empty!
While we are
She cannot take
we will
control!
resist them.
You must
I will
stand
not
in our
let
place!
you
What
silence
advice is our
or
leader?
oppress me. Your precedent, people of Thebes, will not be bullied or harassed.
Now, this is a democracy, and everybody gets a chance to speak. That's what we have a Senate for.
Theseus, the dead have spoken here.
And who did they die for? Not Eurydice! Not this!
They died for Polynices!
I did not march into the guns of violent men.
Revolt against
I will
this government
speak.
of
I will speak. To reconcile does not mean to forget. We must not forget, lest we make the same mistakes again. Polynices' body has been found. It will not be given burial. The warlord's corpse shall be outlawed.
We don't bury him in gold! Yes!
That's violence and overwhelms it. The ground where he lies, it shall be a garden of reflection, where we will meditate upon the cost of war.
People to the square! Come now, come in your multitudes! If you have any human feeling, then you oppose this wrong.
I love these. I see light. I see water. I see terror melting like ice. If you oppose me, tell me democratically. Let us turn away from the shadows. Work hard for peace. Join hands and be free.
Anyone for photos?
Her first act as lord, as queen, democratically elected, as all-powerful ruler, is to let our brother rot.
An interesting speech, ma'am.
He's not the monster. Thank you. Don't go.
I should offer you the services of my writing team. They're very good at rousing with the facts.
That's very kind.
An expert on the human mind and language once said that women find rhetoric a bit more difficult than men.
Thank you for telling me.
Next time, before you go up there, you should run your stuff by my professionals, because once those
I
words are
write
spoken-
my own words. Thank you. My late husband Creon said it's great statesmanship.
Statesmanship, that's nice. That decomposing corpse.
Polynices.
You should have run that by me.
I didn't know the dead were anything in concern. Forgive my inexperience.
The possessed guy?
Prince Claudius, Elector.
And she?
Senator Claudius, she's the corpse's wife.
You'll find detailed profiles in my briefing, sir.
She used to be a dancer.
Fascinating.
He was the guy who won Dingley Games.
Passionate, isn't
His record for javelin still stands.
And his name again?
Tardius.
Tardius, the prince. He is a tough adversary.
Yes, and so am I. This is my son, Haman.
I studied in Athens, beautiful city.
Certainly is.
I mean, what are your plans? Sorry to jump on you like this, but healthcare provisions, drugs, trained
The
staff...
provision of medical aid is a topic for discussion at conference only. Receive our full attention now.
What happened to your eyes?
Nothing.
He was in.
I've suffered certain functional
He's
changes.
blind.
Why do you keep saying I'm blind? I'm not blind. I can see your dress. I can see Antigone. My eyesight is just impaired.
That happened in the war?
The peace. Clearing the rubble from the disused university. One of the factions had it booby-trapped.
I'm very sorry.
Yes. They were Athenian made.
Haman.
You see, Thebes is not a weapons manufacturing state. Most of the weapons in the conflict were Athenian
These are
made.
my nieces. Ismene, Antigone.
Oedipus was your father, right?
That's right. Our father and our brother.
Feel I'm shaking hands with someone that destiny has touched. You are Antigone?
It's Mimi.
Did you ever get that? Some families touched by destiny chosen in some way.
Yes and no, I don't.
My cabinet in waiting. Frusini, Minister of Finance.
The teacher.
How do you do?
My pleasure.
I have the honour of holding the purse strings of a bankrupt state. I've explored the lining of the purse to see if a coin or two is hiding there, but all I found is fluff and old receipts.
That's too bad.
I also have a cheque for you. The latest instalment of interest on the overwhelming debts we have inherited. Would you like it?
Debt relief is down on the agenda, but there are various criteria you must fulfill, and now is not the time to list.
Talia, education.
Very nice to meet you.
We have to re-educate our men. A generation now thinks rape and looting is their right. Education is the road to change, but it's expensive.
And Minister of Justice.
We have so much to talk about. A just society. How is that achievable?
Well, with
I
time
just hope thieves can learn from your mistakes.
He looks like a movie star, doesn't he?
You have the figure and the bearing of a very gifted actor.
Aglaia, Foreign Minister.
Very nice to meet you.
We met before. I came to Athens just before the massacre to plead for intervention.
That's
Sadly, it was not forthcoming.
We've prepared a Theban feast. We hope you'll join us.
Sir, caterers have worked alongside this to ensure health and hygiene.
Thank you, Madam President.
I have to say, it isn't wise. Please tell your people, don't make Theseus feel that he is at fault. He didn't make this war.
I'm going to bury him, Queen.
Can't you see there's something more important going on?
He's so contrary.
If you bury him now, you'll be siding with
No, I
Titus.
won't.
They'll leap on you like a trophy. They'll use you.
This has got nothing to do with Prince Thaddeus or anyone else.
It has to do with all of Thebes. We have to be so careful.
Why?
Because of who we are.
Last remnants of a cursed house.
I want to represent the future, not the past. We must embrace this peace.
Eurydice isn't peace. She's power. Power is never peace, it's barbaric. Come with me.
Why don't we speak to her? She's not
What
unreasonable.
good is speaking ever do? The only thing to do is act. And you have never done anything.
Antigone. Where are you going?
I'm here.
My mother asked that you come in and join the feast.
I'm not hungry.
Antigone.
Don't come to
Why
me.
not?
I'm ill.
What with?
Don't know.
I know how disgusting it must seem. How disgusting my fading eyesight must seem. I wish it was an arm or a leg, but it's my eyes. My images of you are stuck in the past. I doubt I'll see your face again. I'll imagine it. You still there?
Yes.
It's common to feel paranoid like that, they say. I think that I see people creeping away. They've warned me of hallucinations too. I might take any nonsense, any lie. Don't go.
I'm
These
not.
are minor injuries and thieves.
You're not especially disgusting. Why did you say that?
Before I went to Athens, I remember you, leading your blind father, seeing for him. So small, you were like a bird, taking him wherever you found interest, even if you didn't want to go. I loved to watch. You're his light, Antigone. Some kind of light, I don't know why. You're scrawny, awkward, not like Ismene, she's radiant. But you're like a flare burning through the night sky. Since I've been like this, it's you that I've thought about. Your face, those eyes, your eyes, still there.
thought it was me that you loved.
It's you.
I'm dangerous to touch.
Fire.
I'm ill.
Or with.
I don't know.
Feel anything for me.
No.
I knew you did.
Help me.
Higgins.
More dishonest work for the warriors to do.
If we're told we start with a step, we start with a step. That way we get fed.
There was this kid, there was this kid I knew. I didn't know his name. He was small. The Korean militia came, with their faces painted white. We found him lying there. After the bullets and the fight, the life had gone from him. But there wasn't a scratch on him.
Oh, another dead kid story from Junior Lieutenant.
He had died from fear. I didn't know you could die from fear. And the big men pissed on him. He followed us for some time after that. And he was grey. Once he touched me on the back.
That's nice of him. Friendly, isn't it?
Shut up! Please tell me more about this.
When Cadmus founded Thebes, he laid Harmonia, his beloved, in their bed, and drew the 7 gates around her, taking his inspiration from the 7 heavens. Thebes is laid out like a celestial map.
That's poetic. Athens is a grid.
Our districts have the names of the constellations. That's Lyra Town down there. And over there on the hill is where Cadmus defeated the giant serpent. He threw its teeth on the ground and warriors sprang up. They helped him build the city.
Incredible. She's doing very well.
That charm of hers, she makes it look easy. Perhaps it is to her. These Athenians, we speak the same language, we have the same god, but yet they're so hard to talk to. I felt like an anthropologist in there.
They've got no sense of humour.
I was with that aide. I couldn't think of anything to say. I started talking about grandchildren, whose eyes glazed over straight away. I found myself describing the destruction of my village. The food stayed on his plate. Then I remembered sport. Thank the gods he talked for half an hour.
That girl with the stiff hair, Talthebia, she dropped her drink into her lap. Poor thing. She asked so many questions that I was actually impressed. I think she's a little in love with Lucius.
Who isn't? Well, I'm sorry to tell you, he has a wife, a beautiful young wife, Phaedra. Their wedding was all over the celebrity sites on the internet. Of course, I never looked at them. But her dress, so many precious little stones sewn into the organza. You could open several schools for what it cost.
Can't we rise above the gossip?
This is not gossip, this is economics.
So, that's Padre and the Prince down in the square. Told Eris to stand by with her police. What if there's trouble and we can't contain it?
We have the peacekeepers, it's what they're here for.
I don't think Tydeus will attempt to coop while Theseus is here.
Tydeus wants to show we're unstable and incapable. He wants to show that we're overwhelmed by the task.
But undaunted. We're planting tiny seeds that will grow and change the land.
The Athenians are pulling out in 10 days' time. We must have assurances of aid and debt relief. Eurydice has got to sell us hard.
How I hate the fact that we need Theseus. That speech of his made me livid, telling us how we could improve ourselves for children learning how to spell and offering the character of his economic zone.
He's got to feed the great Athenian god, the god of profit.
Eurydice. I'm sorry, but I'm furious. What was she thinking of? See that corpse exposed without discussion, without advice. Trouble in the square. She's given them the gift of self-righteous indignation. What an error. And she's made it like an autocrat.
You see, the thing is, I appreciate her gesture. There's poetry in it. I lost my daughter in the war.
I know.
And that unburied monster. Yes, I know it wasn't him that raped and killed her, but the fact that just one of those ferocious men whose soul will never rest.
Your Minister of Justice.
Yes, I think it is just. His corpses made it pay. The dead make reparation while the living start to heal.
We have to show her loyalty.
What of her loyalty to us? We senators need to act as control of her great power.
We need her to have power. What use is an honest, competent committee in the face of Prince Tydeus? He genuinely thinks he's a god. And he is handsome, plausible, charming, especially with that glossy beak upon his arm. We're dull, we're aging, we wear comfy footwear. None of us is sexy anymore. We don't throw parties, we're like God.
Persia and I just have the crowd. But to hope that when the food and beer runs out, their cult of character will sour.
We must have Theseus.
And to get him, we need her. Eurydice, her charm, her sense of her
Her
own
pride.
right. Your pride!
I feel as if we're holding floodgates closed, exhausted by the weight. We have to stay united. Please stand firm, or the approaching rush will overwhelm us all.
The greatest threat to Thebes is Thebes itself.
Excuse me? What's going on down there? I have concerns with Theseus.
Keep calm. You must stand by, but not provoke. That way this little fire will burn itself right out.
I've drunk too much.
Me too.
What is that stuff, that wine?
Not really wine, it's made out of fermented bread.
Oh, fermented.
Hello, I need you to do something for me. I need you to check on your mother. Fedra is your mother now.
Great sky.
You've got the same sky for Athens.
I'm only asking that you see if she's okay. She hasn't been returning my calls, and I am worried.
Our sky is polluted with the smog of light. There's an orange glow and a couple of white dots.
I'm only
but that
asking
is
you to
just
see if she's
spectacular,
okay.
that
Could you
car.
please check in privately?
Oh yes, the part of stars.
Thank you. Keep it in the
At
file.
first, I thought it was some kind of high cloud cover. But then this Theban woman I met who dismantled guns and weapons, but it's actually the Milky Way.
That's right.
I didn't know that. She said our star, the sun, is on
the outer spur of a great spiral of the galaxy.
and the Milky Way,
Or Silver River, is the galactic plane going right into the crux.
Full of dust from old exploded stars and ionizing new ones. Countless suns and moons and planets, and it turns through space at an amazing speed. Not just a moon around an Earth or an Earth around a sun, but all of it. The whole galaxy spins around.
And this mechanic said it's just one
There's
of
billions like it in the universe.
And at the centre of it all, guess what she was looking for?
A supermassive black hole.
No, not that. She said she wanted heaven.
Very nice.
Elysium. That was the word she used. She searches for
The
Elysium.
centre of the galaxy is actually dark matter.
Oh, okay.
It's going to meet us up.
She's right, you know. Better hope you're on one of those spaceships out of there one day. I read a lot about dark matter, and I used to do a lot of sailing. And I love the night sky. See, with dark matter, I read a lot about black holes and stuff, and it is the reason we need to make the most of what is around us.
We've had a small disturbance in the square. It's calming down.
Your opposition, right?
Just drunken revelers celebrating our democracy.
Making their feelings known about the dead guy.
That is their democratic right.
Where's the music? I hate an evening without music.
In Thebes we make our own.
You don't like silence, Theseus?
You don't like music?
Did you make your call?
Yes. Thank you. My wife, Fedra, has left our place on the coast, and she is heading... Where will she leave Athens?
I don't know.
My son, Hippolytus, is stationed out there with his battalion. He said he'd check them.
It's very good of him.
He doesn't like her. Not one bit. I'm sure he likes me.
Families can be very difficult.
How did you lose your husband?
At one of our outlying villagers in Delphi. His convoy was stopped at a roadblock. It was made of human intestines.
No way.
They were massacred.
By this Polynices?
By his men. I don't think they knew who Creon was, but once they realized who they'd killed, let's just say they made full use of his remains.
What happens when a whole place descends into... Well, fuck, it's like you bred a new kind of war out here.
All war is savage, Theseus. Whether it's fought close quarters with machetes, or from afar with missiles and computer-guided bombs. Are you more civilized because you can't hear people scream?
Your war is bestial.
Our war was very human.
Then I fear there's a new breed of mankind. Men who have no control, just a basic need for power.
That's new?
The path Athens has been on in the last millennium has led us to philosophy, science, agriculture. I thought our progress irreversible. I thought that we would ascend to the gods.
We are not evolving backwards
Then
here.
how do you explain this exterminating butchery?
It could happen anywhere.
You can't say that.
Does it frighten you? Do you think we brought this on ourselves? It could happen anywhere where there is tyranny. You should go out and talk. Talk to the people as I have done, to those who have endured. I would say they were the finest human beings you could ever meet. What's happened here is in the past. Perhaps you are afraid of us, because this chaos, the great descent, just might be in your future.
What the hell makes you say that?
An observation, really.
Some music, sir!
Thank you very much, Talthivia. Good night.
I've made an observation too. I envy your way with people. Got them wrapped around your little finger.
Have I?
You appear strong.
I'm motivated by necessity.
You appear compassionate, humane, intelligent. I'm not sure you are, though.
Thebes knows what I stand for, and the people trust me to bring change. It's what I must do or die trying.
So Theban, bringing death into every
Death
sentence.
is
so
everywhere
dramatic,
in
like
Thebes.
your address. Some of the things you said.
All the most important things were said.
Oh, like that boy's corpse you refused to bury.
The warlord who murdered my son.
Tell me, how does he fit into your reconciliation?
I explained that in my
His
speech.
body will become a theme park.
Don't misinterpret me. It is vital to the healing of our wounds that he makes reparation. I've no desire to clash with you.
Quite right.
But that is Theban business and you've no right to interfere.
May I just say how well you argue and defend yourself as someone who's new to government? It's very good.
Thank you. It's important that a
You're also
person
very
knows
beautiful.
What?
Very unusual in politics. Oh no, I'm not coming on to you, I'm just stating a bare fact. Beauty is power. My wife, Phaedra, is very beautiful. Don't know why I'm telling you this, perhaps just relief. Relief at being with a woman my own age. Beautiful, intelligent, deeply foreign woman.
Thank you. But we have no electricity, no schools, no medicine, no roads, no jobs, no drinking water. Children are dying in their droves. Our life expectancy is 38. I am old beyond my years.
You're not old. I envy your adventure. In Athens, our life is so mundane, we have no tragedy. But here, we have tragedy. That reminds us how to live.
I'm glad it serves some purpose.
Eurydice, you'll find how rare it is to meet your equal.
Theseus, my hands are tied with monstrous poverty. For Thebes to thrive where chaos gaped and roared, you could
See what I mean? Metaphors, gaped and roared. It's all a boast, it's not effective.
What I've said is very clear. We need a future. You can help us.
Look, you have just been elected. You're natural at this, and that impresses me. But sometimes late at night, us leaders of the world like to take off the mask. Let's do something else.
What would amuse you, Theseus?
Dunno. Perhaps just gaze at the stars and see what our destiny might hold.
It's worrying that you don't listen. Is it something the male brain has inadequate equipment for?
I do listen, and I think you're naive. Yes. There's a lot you do for Thebes.
Naive.
But let's not forget that essentially you are begging, you are on your knees.
That's what I said. Thebes is imprisoned.
No, not Thebes. You. I just offered you equality.
Did you?
I had a vision of something back here, not destiny per se, but a door swinging open. This relationship with Thebes could be pleasurable, not a chore.
Are you suggesting that we president?
I'm not a president. I'm a first citizen.
That's right. A common man.
Dionysus, the great god of wine. You women have some sort of dance for him?
Which guidebook have you read?
I would like to see it. Would you dance with me? What? I only asked you to dance with me.
You said for. Dance for you?
I said to dance.
I'm sorry, but that's
Don't
not what I
apologize.
heard. I didn't.
No, seriously. In politics, you can never go back on your mistake.
I haven't
You can
made
never
one.
admit that you were wrong.
I know that.
Well then, what are you afraid of? Dance.
Allahu Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. İyyâke na'budu ve iyyâke nesta'in. Amin. I lead the blind. I bury the dead. I follow the path. Antigone.
Police!
The ghosts! Their parched tongues are flickering, like unseen negatives upon the day.
I'm not afraid of you, Tiresias. You're like an old pet snake that more have pity than can fear. This child you've stolen from her mother. Any day now she'll be going to school. You're irrelevant in our new Thebes.
The dead are not irrelevant. They're here.
How's my schedule looking first?
Good morning.
Morning.
You must try our Theban coffee.
I did.
Shall we begin our conference?
There are people here who eat each other's brains, people who believe that snakes can change their gender, people who use human innards for gates, and even people who leave bodies outside to rot. Tell me, are you ready for a place at the table?
How is your wife this morning? Did you manage to get a hold of her?
My wife's not up for discussion.
What happened to him?
We'll start proceedings with the presentations.
I don't think that was Theseus's plan. Just look at the agenda they've given us. They haven't scheduled any time for presentations.
Our plans are practical, beneficial, and cheap. In 5 years, we could be standing on our own feet, if only he will listen.
We'll start as we intended. Agriculture, education, trade.
His men are armed, you know. Is that appropriate?
They are bodyguards, not warlords.
There should be no weapons.
To take away their guns would frighten them. We don't want that.
No more discussion. Let's take the floor.
I have offended him.
How?
Child, whatever did you say?
It isn't anything I said. It isn't anything I did.
He made a pass at you.
I don't believe it.
He said he was offering us equality.
The hound.
He said he envied me. He asked me what I was afraid of.
Oh God, you turned him down.
You have insulted him.
Maybe he was trying to make a link. Perhaps I misinterpreted.
He just can't keep it zipped up in his suit.
Don't be flippant.
This isn't flippancy.
She has insulted the first citizen of Athens.
God, what can we do? We must have his goodwill.
You can't tell me you didn't see this coming. You were flirting with him. All that stuff about the seven heavens.
She'd assumed equality, respect. She didn't realise there were gifts to be bestowed by him.
He'll mow me down in there. He'll dance all over me. The fate of Thebes hangs in the balance.
Thebes the beggar, yes. Not Thebes the whore. Well done. You'll make a leader yet.
Sister, words said in haste.
I think, under all the swagger, he's incredibly alone and can't communicate.
Are you seriously pitying him?
I must confess, if it was me, I'd have that suit off in a minute. The things you sacrifice for thieves.
You get him now. Exploit his weaknesses and he'll exploit yours. I'll take a big, deep breath. Let's have some coffee in there, child.
Our work is cut out now.
What do you want here?
We're coming to the conference, so make way.
Let me explain this one more time. You are the opposition.
So?
Go away!
Opposition, yes. Let's muster it. The men want action.
Hold back! If we start an insurrection, the Athenians will crush it. We need them on our side. We need to get to Theseus.
Oh, look, Pegea. It's a real life princess.
Forget that stupid little virgin.
No, that's no virgin. Just another royal inbred.
You're an embarrassment to Thebes.
My husband, your brother, lays dead and unburied. That is the embarrassment of Thebes. That is the barbarity. And you, his own sister, you do nothing!
Nothing. I do nothing, no.
Come on. Going in.
I'm glad you kept our little secret. I hear that rape's a designated war crime now. So I guess if you felt raped, you would have said something. Pleases me that you treasure it. You drew my blood, kicking up against me in the dust. See the scar? My little royal souvenir. Oh, I bet there's no other man that'd make your heart race like that. Fucking! You fucking bitch. You are lucky that we're in peaceful times. You're lucky that I'm so full of love.
Have I been talking to myself?
Look at my fucking face!
What did you do to him? You clumsy little slut! You keep away from us. You, your sister, and your motherfucking dad.
Antigone, where did you go last night? I woke and you were gone.
No,
Antigone, why did you run away?
it's not.
Listen, let me say this. Marry me. I love you more than anyone. You're bright, dazzling, good, and all that greed. If it is loved, if you are loved, it won't hurt so unremittingly. Please be my wife. Antigone. Antigone.
Welcome to the country of the blind.
We need to see her out.
Who are you?
Come in. We've got a prisoner for her.
Who is it?
You can see for yourself. They may reward us.
Who?
The people that give us all a vote. I didn't vote. I was only old enough to kill, not vote.
It's coming. My destiny. Swooping through the air. Atoms heavy with intention.
Shut your face!
The blow will hit me, take me off my feet.
What blow?
I'm ready.
What are atoms? What are we talking about, Junior Lieutenant? She's nuts. She should Right, there's something here.
No, Scud.
I can feel it. Something bad. It's like when my sister's shot. Don't think of it. You were twisted up on drugs. Shut your face!
Ghost, get down, Ghost!
Scott,
don't move!
Scott, don't die. Scott, come on, shit. Scott, if you shiver, we will be at war again.
Oh, fuck is this?
Scott, we're at peace. Virginia, Lieutenant, put the gun down.
Put the gun down and move away! Mommy, I will kill you! Put the gun down and move away!
What is happening here?
Sir, please step back into the building. No one moves. Step back into the building, sir. Santiago, you're fine.
What's happened here?
You guys need to get back in the building.
We caught her trying to bury the body.
Shut up now! What's her name?
Talthebia.
Talthebia, it's going to be okay.
I said shut up!
Antigone, what have you done? No one here will harm you, soldier. Please, put down your gun.
Now listen, if we...
Don't move! The junior lieutenant is my responsibility. Scott, look at me. Look at me! She's not a ghost. She's Athenian. Touch her. Touch her. You came here to speak to someone.
I am someone.
Someone who matters.
I said shut up, you bitch!
I am Eurydice, your president. Please, there's no need for violence here. Let's all put down our guns.
Okay. Lower my gun. The junior lieutenant was mistaken someplace. He means no one any harm.
I thought we had this palace secure.
These are Paula's
How close is being terrorized and
This is
shot?
one random action.
So is the death of every president.
Talthebia, just stay down.
I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm just.
Don't
move!
Scott, tell her what we came for. We were trying to bury someone. It was Paul and Isis. She was digging, giving him the rights.
Oh, Antigone.
He was ready.
What is your name?
We call him Junior Lieutenant Scott.
Another life awaits you, my young son. I hope it starts today. May blessings be upon you. Now, let your sergeant take your gun.
None of this is your responsibility. I can see that you're just a child.
I am not a child. I'm a soldier! Through the war, right through the very end, and now you come.
We did our job, we did what was right!
You got no idea. You got no fucking clue.
Who's the rebel?
I am responsible!
And tell me where's your chief of staff?
I haven't appointed one
It
yet.
should be Prince Tidius! Never! You can't have a military force without leadership!
I am doing that! You bitch of evidence! You stand there and let them disarm for even men!
That's right, you speak your mind!
Standing from the roof!
Will you call your men away? Athenians must have first aid. I'm trained. I have first aid.
Then move. Why can't you do anything? You're dying.
This war is over! Why is this boy still in a uniform?
There was nothing left for him to begging. They made a killer from overnight. Do you think he can back being a fucking boy?
Weak, Theban leadership almost killed King Theseus!
You damned hyena! Here's a beast upon the envoy's corpse!
You almost sent the hope of Athens home to his complete little box! You're not the capable you women are!
He means your destruction, I can promise you that!
Who knows the situation with these armed militias? Me! Who can control them? Me! Who do you need here?
Prince Tidius!
Get him in, all of you. Get him inside. I need clean water, bright dazzling light. There's meaning. Help me.
Get him in there! Put him on the table!
Out of the way!
We're going to barracks now with the remnants of the army going outside.
I'm with you.
Hurry up! Put him down.
Go to your men and prepare them.
Calm down!
His blood is
Give me...
piglets.
I'll say I held him by your side.
Mother would never pay the butcher for the task. We'd string them up and slit their piggy throat.
Forget the pigs!
Catching all the splashing tail.
Go and tell Theseus you love him.
Theseus, I am at your service.
You sanctioned in my house.
I think you'll find I contain the situation.
Who rules this land now, Theseus?
When there appears any wild card who has a gun can walk through your gates. My mandate is
Your
to protect my
mandate
people.
to provide peacekeepers. Don't start another war.
Tell me, who was the aggressor there?
The man who shot that boy.
They kept the peace.
I have the peace. I had it in my hands. He was about
to kill my citizen.
I'm fighting with death. He's above ground. I'm trying to appease to do what he requires.
She was burying her brother. Who would not?
I fought with him and begged. And now he's feeding on that boy. This is not my destiny.
He's dead. Your son, he tried what he could. But at the table, he's lying on the table. Blood. The documents all his blood.
The sun will not burst through the day until you have offered one born from your own loins to feed to the gods of death for what you've
What
done.
is it with this hag?
Theseus.
Why do you tolerate her? How is a room like this in a modern state? Who are you talking to her or to me? What loins? Whose loins? Do you have loins?
I don't know.
Well, what about you, hag? What do you have?
The day comes soon when grief will wash through the halls of power. A suicide, and then a son.
What suicide? Whose son?
It's coming. Oh, it'll come.
Many years ago, when Oedipus was young, Tiresias saved Thebes. There was an epidemic and his revelation saved us. He said my father was the curse upon our land. Oedipus was murderous, incestuous corruption. And his children, all of us so small, he called a crowd of horror.
Antigone.
What else? What else has it said?
I never listened to a word.
What else has she foreseen?
Tiresias has only spoken to me once. It was just before you came. I took it as a joke. He said if you intend
to fuck the god of power, or just fall asleep beside him.
And do you?
Do I what?
Intend to fuck with him?
I don't see him anywhere.
Miss?
My name is
I would like for you to organize an immediate departure.
Don't!
Since I have stepped on Theban soil, I have felt nothing but unclean, as if your ataristic war was my fault. How dare you to bend
Are
on
we
me?
not behaving like the pets you hope to tame? Are you discovering instead of women pliable and biddable that we are passionate, that we are human, that we are free? No one wants us strong and healthy thieves, not you, not even Sparta.
From now on, you will be dealing with my people. My sense of international responsibility, my goddamn decency prevents me from pulling out my men today.
You're going to run away.
My personal involvement with you ends right now.
That is not leadership.
My life was put in danger here. I could have died.
Don't go.
There's not been one single word said to me about this situation.
Not
Not one
about
apology.
us. Please, I'm begging you. I'm sorry. Don't go.
Pathetic.
Where's Theseus? Meeting those orders for the disposal of the body.
That is Theban business!
Theseus has just informed us that his diplomatic mission here is over. Haven't you anything to say?
I've got some wipes. You should use them. You should really clean yourself. The blood, it might be, it might be infected. Look, I only had to say to that Theban guy, he couldn't even see. I just saved your life. You were down there and that dust and that psycho had a gun pointed at your head. I was aiming to disarm, okay? I wasn't aiming to kill. I'm not liable to take responsibility for this, Talthebia. If I do, our insurance policy won't cover me. There's a protocol we have to follow, and you know that. But off the record. And strictly off the record. I'm sorry.
You are going to be my bitch. Do you understand that? You are now my bitch.
So, this is not your destiny. I can't believe that you would side with Prince Tydeus and the tyrant's wife. I thought your integrity was absolute. So pure you make the rest of us feel tainted.
For me alone, I had to bury him.
Why?
Because it's right.
And out of your rightness, what will come? A boy is dead. The citizen of Athens turns his back. I should throw you in the stinking cell for this. What do you think will happen?
Send me to the dark.
So Prince Titius can take up your part. This is an entry into chaos.
Let me in the dark and squalor for self. Give me the means, I'll kill myself. To die is to be free. I'm no different from my brother. I have a violent, prehistoric heart. I should be dead with Polonices. Let me be dead.
I could have smothered him in flesh-dissolving lime and dumped him in the ground. But what he did to Creon, to Menocius, my boy, what he did to Thebes, I hated him. I hate him. My heart is violent and it's vengeful too, and I've dressed it up as reparation and shrouded it in reconciliation. It made me glad to see him rot. It is an act of hatred that I have done, a desecration, and I am guilty. And it is my fault. I caused that child soldier's death and lost the help of Athens. This is the match that lights my own destruction. Not to do what I exhorted all my countrymen to do. Be reconciled. I cannot reconcile. I hate him. Still, I hate. He took my boy and mutilated him. And if I am filled with vicious, unforgiving hate, the moderate and principled new president of Thebes, what future is there for us?
Is many things about the future all the time. And Haman too. I've never understood their lack of fear. My future's always been the desolate path. I walked on with my father leading on ahead past rotting crops and bloated dogs, through burning villages to war. Oedipus was saved aside, but I saw my destiny, my destination.
Oedipus. He was a selfish, blind old man. My son Haman is in love with you. I wish it was his meaning, but it's you. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
You see, the opposite of suffering, the opposite of a great, heroic destiny, is an ordinary life to love. You've done enough for death, Antigone. You can retire from your services, I would say. Tiresias, tell her she's free.
Oh no, I only see a suicide. A woman hanging by the neck. Her hair like trailing moss.
You are despicable.
Oh, I wish I could see differently. The shadow of that boy. Oh, he's watching you.
What's to be done?
There is no such thing as destiny. There's only change.
Please, will you bury my brother?
You're asking me to admit to my mistake.
You already have.
In politics, I'll die.
I've never seen the politics. I'm blind to them.
No. You see too clearly. You've always seen through me. But to turn around and put that carcass in the earth, I fear my enemies of freedom will run me down like painted wolves.
50-minute interval. Please vacate the auditorium. Thank you.
Katie, what time have we got?
One sec.
Fine, yeah? Okay.
Everyone back?
Everyone's there?
Yeah. Good in the box? Come back. Yeah, just gonna do it, Zeke.
Lord of all the worlds. To the earth you have come, and to it you will return.
Talk to the crowd.
This heavy mask of power, it will tear my face off.
And they pulled the shrapnel from my eyes, and I was lying knowing that my useful life was over. You washed me, you dressed me, and you said, get up. Would have liked it if you rained down tears, but you didn't. Get up.
Your strongest words.
By insulting Polynices, I have insulted the dead. I have been wrong. I'm trying to turn back time 1 hour, but it keeps buckling against me, flying on. The death of Junior Lieutenant Scud, it is my responsibility. I will not insult him with my sorrow and with my shame. But I must give his death some value, since his life was held so cheap. Today we've buried 2 Theban boys. One in life, a mighty, powerful man. One, still a child, without a proper name. General Polynices, son of Oedipus, and Junior Lieutenant Scud. The way we treat these boys in death must illuminate how we intend to live. The Junior Lieutenant Scud will be honored, foremost son of Thebes. Polynices will lie at his feet, marked only with his name. In death, the general will wait upon the child.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa
Titus has
iyyaka
called up his men.
nasta'in.
They're waiting stationed around the palace set to spring.
We've secured the military with promises of money you don't have. The remnants of the factions, they will fight for you.
Our mission must remain a peaceful one. Or else what have we become?
Our government is unique in all the world. It is worth fighting for.
Our government will be unique if we can maintain power without resort to violence. That is the thing worth fighting for.
I've imposed a no-fly zone. Under the circumstances seem pertinent. To us means that Theseus can't leave.
You genius.
He must get back. Spent hours kneeling in the sun, it's not wise.
It is essential.
Thebes, you do not have a president. You have a coward. First, she desecrates my husband's corpse, and then, as soon as she realizes the horror of her ways, she quickly throws my Polynices into the ground.
Did your husband bury those he slew?
Antigone.
Their bodies rot there, still in fields and streets. And now he's dead, you've got the next best thing. Apprentice tyrant, Prince Tidius.
Prince Tidius is the leader that we need. He does the work of the gods.
I saw his work in villages. Women, little girls, all dead and stinky, sitting with Jans.
You have no shred of evidence against the prince.
I do.
Liar, bitch.
Thebes, Theseus is leaving. Eurydice has driven him away, and with him goes our hope. Who wants their children to be fed? Who wants a future of prosperity? Come with me now, where the prince is with Theseus. Where the prince is trying to mend what these incompetents have broken. He is now our hope. Come with me for the prince.
The prince!
Come with me for the prince.
For the prince! Rightful leader! Rightful leader!
I wish that Thebes could mend itself without the rich world's help. But, in the meantime, invite Sparta to the talks.
Thank you. I must confess I did already. They arrived tonight. Say nothing. Sack me later.
You should be our leader.
Yes, but no one likes it elected you.
Citizens of Thebes, Theseus is not about to leave. We will secure his friendship. That I promise you. In less than 1 hour's time, we will have the hands of Athens in our own. And all our future hopes will be secure.
Can we deliver that?
Now that I've said it, we must.
You said I do. Evidence, Titus, what do you have?
Nothing. I have nothing.
Please, find your courage, speak.
No evidence. Stripped it all away.
It's me.
I'm going to Athens. I'll ask Theseus to let me tag along. A souvenir of Thebes. In Athens, I wouldn't have to be a relic. From his house, I could wear jeans and smoke.
How can you be flippant?
I think it's in my nature. Buried into years to be quite shallow and to laugh. I think alone of Oedipus's children, I've got a sense of humour. Bearing a brother at least split my sides. The biggest joke of all is that Haman has proposed. He's asked you, Antigone, to be his wife. It was a nice proposal, very sweet. But by mistake, stupid Ilis Oath made it to me. been in love with you since I was 9.
Mini. Palekritos. You could tell them what Tidius did.
I don't think I could get my mouth to move.
What if he becomes respectable? That's what he intends.
Who'd believe? The people who shout with passion always win. There is no point.
Win because the best of us keep quiet.
What happened to your eyes?
I'm blind, I couldn't save a friend.
Early in the war, the general I was with, he would kill a child before every fight, and I'd drink its blood. The place I was so far gone, I couldn't see any harm. One night I woke to find a bush knife in my neck, a woman holding it, her hands stinking in our blood. I was the only soldier she had left alive. She said she'd spare my life and left her curse. If I promised to save as many as I'd killed. I only ever managed 2. My only one remains.
Izmini said, can you not see?
Tigany.
I want to see. What life is like for me.
الله محيي الجيش الله محيي الجيش الله محيي الجيش الله محيي الجيش الله محيي الجيش الله محيي الجيش الله محيي الجيش الله محيي الجيش الله محيي هالجيش الحامد رابط سوريا يحمي قائدنا بالشام رئيس الجمهورية الله محيي هالجيش الحامد رابط سوريا.
I cannot believe you've come to Thebes and you don't know the story. The great gang of naked women dragged Pentheus onto the ground and ripped him limb from limb. These women, these little girls, they dismembered him. They tore his dick off and his head. His old mother and aunts played with his body parts like bits of Rambo right by the grill.
Shit.
It's quite a story, isn't it?
It's fucking elemental.
You just ask her. She was there.
The Furies. Muhammad himself bows down to them. One of them is coming. An avenger to destroy
Oh,
you.
shut up, shut up.
We're going to build a care home here for beggarly transgender types. Take you off the streets, put you in a little care home in front of a TV, and feed you the strongest psychotropic drugs that medicine can buy.
You can see we're a bit wary about the women folk around here.
Sir, we've been told that Thebes is in a state of high alert. Crowds are marching through the street. A no-fly zone has been imposed.
Excuse me?
Space has been prohibited.
Yes, I know what a no-fly zone is.
The Thebes senators are insisting we stay in our chambers until such a time that they can ensure our safety.
Tell me, are you a moron?
No, sir.
Oh, I think you are.
The information may judge to be moronic, but I merely did.
You pulled the trigger on that boy, it was moronic.
I was aiming to disarm, not kill. I was following your protocol, I was protecting you, and then I tried to save his life. I don't see why I'm getting all this shit.
Theseus, you have no messages.
Give me my son, Hippolytus, I want to speak to him right away. No offense.
Yes, sir.
Don't cry in front of me. Tell you, I have no intention of resuming talks.
Sir, if I
Hey,
may...
no fly zone, this is a pathetic ruse to try and
There's
keep
a
me
crowd
there.
approaching, so
Let us lift this crowd or not! The story of the women ripping King Pentheus apart. It's myth, right? It's not actually your history.
You'll find all of the violence in Thebes mythic. It soon fades into the past and loses all immediacy and force. You find that the Civil War was mythic too, blown into these distorted shapes. The violence happened, yes, but it wasn't real.
That is a disturbing answer.
I can keep order here in Thebes. I would see that your will was done.
Sir, I've spoke to General Curtis on the phone. He says your son Hippolytus was absent without leave. He left the base yesterday. The road Cresta said to your wife and no one's heard from him since. He's often to search your coastal residence.
Tell him thank you and yes.
Say the crowds are gathering down there. The peacekeepers are awaiting your orders. What shall I tell them?
To keep the peace.
And how should they interpret
Could you
that?
just get out of here? I feel strange. As though a great disaster is at hand.
Theseus.
I've said too much, I need to walk away.
It's Thebes that's off centre, not you. If you put an upright man into a gale, into a cyclone, if the cyclone will prevail. Thebes has not done with chaos yet. Eurydice will not hold back. It won't inspire respect. The very female nature is chaotic. Oh, that woman! She should just do what she was made for.
And what's that?
Set her to play.
Theseus, I've bought the people here. They'd love a glimpse.
For what?
News has leaked that you're going to leave us. Violence has erupted. People feel like Eurydice has let them down. They feel betrayed. They've come to beg you not to go. I know you haven't taken well to Thebes, but I'm sure there are many things that we can do to make your stays more pleasurable.
Theseus, you are free to leave at any time. We will secure your safe passage through our airspace.
Do you still have authority?
Thank you very much for everything you've done here. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, genuinely. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have a conference to prepare. We expect the Spartans shortly.
Wait, what?
The Spartans are arriving.
I was hoping beggars could be choosers, but it seems we can't.
Let me tell you about Sparta.
We are not ignorant.
They do not tolerate the weak.
You're not weak.
They will feast upon your natural resources.
And Athens offers an economic zone.
They will strip you bare,
Our
women.
people go to bed every night with hunger craving in their bellies. Right now, we will entertain any regime that gives us the means to feed them.
Look, if you want an independent,
I
democratic
want
Thebes.
the people to survive. Mine are the politics of dire need. I am the president of famine, the first citizen of rubble, plague, and debt, and hungry dogs are scavenging. Athens, Sparta, if you cannot help us, may you devour yourselves.
I cannot believe you speak to me like this. I came here so compassionate, so full of energy and admiration. I was going to pledge myself to your improvement, and you made me feel as though I'm a wicked man, and I don't like that, not one bit. I am the hope of Athens. I am the hope of the whole world.
Come out with me and tell the crowd.
Can I assist you, Theseus? Because to bring the Spartans into things, that is an insult. I am insulted on your behalf.
After everything that you've done for Thebes.
I would never involve the Spartans.
Unless you're buying weapons from them.
Do you know what I'm reminded of with all these ladies situated here? Hyenas testing their weight against the lions.
Tabitha, I should make a
My
call for
name
you.
is Talthebia. Please have the courtesy to get it right. This is Polykletos, the mechanic. You know the Minister of Justice, Talia.
Please be a witness to this woman's testimony.
You were our hero. I taught my son to love you. We had you on a poster. Your face tacked up on the garage wall.
I'm sorry, I don't know you.
We were hiding in the store. My son was terrified. His name was Socrates and he was 5 years old.
I do not know you.
Shut the locks. You kicked in the door. The lights surrounded you. My boy ran to you
I
as
do
if you were
not
a
know
hero
you.
sent to save us, and you pinned him on a bayonet. You lifted him and shook him, the blood falling like rain. That laugh rings in my ears in the night.
Look, I'm sorry for your loss.
You
but I do not know
murdered
you.
my son. You burned my home. I know the moment lies in wait for you. When my boy, in all his innocence, will climb inside your mind and shake your sanity to pieces.
I do not know you!
I'd like to go.
Excuse me. The future will not wait.
Thank you for your interest in Thebes.
Thesis, if you come outside with the prince and myself, I'm sure we can get this whole
You
thing
two
by
must be
now.
so naive. A tyrant's wife and a warlord.
But earlier when we were speaking privately.
I don't believe this conversation ever took place.
You know, we'll meet again. Much sooner than you think. When we do, we will remember this.
Feel a slight chill. My hairs are standing up.
Thebes has a very strong effect. I'd like to stay here. The Theban attitude would seem to be that in the face of our destruction, the only thing humanity can do is to create.
Sir, have John Purvis on the phone.
What is it?
Is that your phone?
What is it?
You fucked it up! You fucked it up!
You fat, degenerate, obscene, salacious slut!
I am not fat!
You threw yourself at him!
Oh, please! You were in love with him! I saw it in your eyes! Oh, Theseus, you dumb cocksucker!
I had it so he almost called me brother.
You would have had it with your naked ass out if I'd not turned up! Now what? You men, you're all the same. You go around raping women just to disguise the fact you like it best from each other.
You are filth.
Oh, I am debris. I am waste. I am dereliction. I am frenzy.
You survive in hell itself.
I have. Give your men your word.
It's time.
To release the god of fury on this town!
Oh, great fury!
What? That's fine. What did you do?
Recognise that mouth, twisting and hurting in a town where I used to be a girl.
I can go out without him. Go out to the people quite alone. I'll tell them Thebes must find a way. And without the crumbs of help from monstrous foreign powers, we can begin to grow.
That is a fantasy. I'm sorry, but your optimism is ludicrous. It sickens me.
It's meaning.
What special quality allows you to believe that you can challenge or change anything?
What's happened? My sweet girl.
Not sweet. Not girl. Forgive me. I've not survived this war.
You refuse to see me?
This is my private room.
That is childish and a great mistake.
I've not refused to see you. I was washing.
I offered you a quality.
No, you did not.
It's not a quality you want. You want to sit on your throne like a prehistoric queen.
Theseus, I am a beggar, not a queen. I beg you to keep faith with me and with my government. Come out with me before the crowd, or everything I'm fighting for is lost. I have no desire to sell myself to Sparta. If it comes to that, then I would rather dance for you.
Two snakes. Slavery and mistrust. That's what your prophet told me. think that's what it's like with a man and a woman?
If they're politicians, I would love to trust you, Theseus.
The general. He's in my house.
What is it?
Pepper. She is dead. She is hanging above the beam of her bed. The chaos here, the level of manpower it would take to bring Thebes to prosperity, it is beyond me. Something in my life was going to break. Phaedra, my son.
What is he?
He did this to her. He hated her.
You cannot know that
It was him. Curse him.
Please don't say
Curse him!
You are speaking in grief!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that your government is brave, but I don't have them. I cannot deal with Sparta. But I will come outside of you. Please give me your hand.
I married Creon when I was 16. And he was 45. The young, they feel such despair. Phaedra, there was a time to die like that. It could have been my end.
I'm sorry that I asked you to dance.
These fists of yours, one force, one gentleness. Open them.
Come to Athens. Yes, in Athens we'll reconvene. You have my word.
Next time we meet, I hope that when our battle's done, that we will see each other, masks off as ourselves.
Eurydice. Perhaps we will risk our trust. Please.
What do you see, Tiresias?
My child is gone.
Where is my destiny?
In darkness.
You see nothing?
Nothing.
No. Then the future is mine to make.
The future of the country is blind. It belongs to me.
In Athens, they have great machines that see inside your eyes. In Athens, they have doctors who could make your eyes.
Not just men, they can transplant. They take the eyes from fresh cadavers, and with surgery as skillful as that, they can place it into another man's skull. We can see through reawakened eyes. What do you say to that, Tiresias?
I say it is the length of miracles.
Numberless. Indignant lords. I'm making storm clouds in Athenian skies. One day, men of Thebes, as conquerors, walk into the devastated town, wipe away the ruins of its power. Greed that eats